Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most popular songs that rocked the charts in other countries, but failed to resonate with listeners in the US.
But if you look at me closely.
Number 10, Black Magic, Little Mix.
All the girls on the block knocking at my door. Wanna know what it is, make the boys want more.
One of the best-selling girl groups ever, Little Mix was immensely popular across Europe, South America, and Asia. But in the US, their success was moderate at best. Their 2015 hit Black Magic reached number 1 in the UK, staying there for 3 consecutive weeks.
Take a sip on my secret potion, I'll make you fall in love.
The song also hit the top 10 in Ireland, Australia, Belgium, and Israel. But across the pond, Black Magic struggled to put Americans under its spell. It failed to crack the top half of the charts, peaking at number 67 and fading from the Hot 100 after just 8 weeks.
And it's called Black Magic. Take a sip on my secret potion.
The track became their highest charting single in the US, peaking above their subsequent hits Shout Out to My Ex and Sweet Melody, which were also more successful internationally. Number 9, I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman, Britney Spears.
I used to think I had the answers to everything.
In Britney Spears' eponymous third album, the pop star ventured into a more mature territory than her previous efforts. The essence of this transformation was encapsulated in the album's third single, I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman. Despite receiving critical acclaim for its introspective lyrics and Spears' vocal performance, the song hardly struck a chord with her American fan base.
I've seen so much more than you know now.
It failed to reach the Billboard Hot 100, only peaking at number 2 on the bubbling under Hot 100 chart. However, the track found a much warmer reception internationally, as it managed to crack top 10 positions in Austria, Germany, Ireland, Sweden, and the UK, where it peaked at number 2.
I'm not a girl. Not yet a woman.
Number 8, When Love Takes Over, David Guetta featuring Kelly Rowland.
It's complicated, it always is. That's just the way it goes.
Kelly Rowland's foray into dance-oriented music began with this lush collaboration with French DJ David Guetta. The song was met with universal acclaim, helping to solidify Rowland's solo career following her success with Destiny's Child.
When love takes over, yeah, you know you can't deny.
It quickly rose through the charts, claiming the top position in several European countries as well as in the UK. Even in countries where it didn't reach the top spot, it was still popular enough to secure a spot within the top 10.
When love takes over, yeah, 'cause something's here tonight.
That is, of course, except in Rowland's own home. In the US, When Love Takes Over didn't do much taking over, as it only peaked at number 76 and spent a mere 9 weeks on the chart before falling off. Number 7, Playing with Fire, Blackpink. Upon their debut in 2016, South Korean girl group Blackpink initially struggled to break into the US market. Playing with Fire, which was only the third single of their career, became a hit in their home country and also performed well in Japan and Canada, where it marked the first appearance of a Korean girl group on the charts.
Look at me now. 이렇게는 나한테 오고 있잖아.
However, it appears fans in the US weren't feeling the heat. The song was a huge flop in America, failing to even chart on the Billboard Hot 100.
My love is on fire. Ooh. Now burn, baby, burn.
Blackpink ultimately cracked the code in the US, achieving a top 20 hit with their single Ice Cream 4 years later.
I'm nice, yeah, I like it like this, and I'm nice with the cream if you know what I mean.
Number 6, Chain Reaction, Diana Ross.
You took a mystery and made me want it. You got a pedestal and put me on it.
Few artists in the US have amassed as many chart-topping singles as Diana Ross. Throughout her career, the legendary singer earned 18 number 1 hits, both as a solo artist and as a member of the Supremes. However, as her career progressed, Ross's success in the US waned. Her 1985 single, Chain Reaction, topped the charts in the UK, Australia, and Zimbabwe, and was a top 10 hit in several other countries.
I'm in the middle of a chain reaction. You give me all the after midnight action.
Unfortunately, its impact back home was minimal, as the song initially only reached number 95 on the Hot 100. Even a remixed version, released a few months later, failed to substantially improve its performance, peaking at number 66 before quickly dropping off the charts. Number 5, Spinning Around, Kylie Manogue.
Spinning around, move out of my way.
Following the disappointment of her 1997 album, Impossible Princess, Kylie Manogue made a remarkable comeback with Light Years, just as the new millennium began. Critics lauded the lead single, Spinning Around, which went on to become a bona fide global hit. But you'd never know that just by looking at the song's performance in the US.
I know you're feeling me 'cause you like it like this. I'm breaking it down.
Not only did it debut at the top spot in the UK and Minogue's homeland, Australia, it also cracked the top 5 in several other countries, such as Croatia, Ireland, New Zealand, and Russia. However, in the US, Spinning Around was essentially dead on arrival, barely making any noise and falling short of the Billboard Hot 100.
Acting like this, I'm not the same. Acting like this.
Number 4, Super Trouper, Abba.
Super trooper beams are gonna blind me, but I won't feel blue.
Despite their immense global popularity, Abba struggled to resonate with American listeners. After all, the Swedish pop supergroup hit the top spot on the Billboard Hot 100 only once, with their classic 1976 hit Dancing Queen.
Young and sweet, only 17.
4 years later, Abba released Super Trouper, the third single from their 7th studio album of the same name. Super Trouper secured Abba their 9th and final #1 hit in the UK, and as of 2021, remains their second biggest song in the country.
Like a super trooper, lights are gonna find me, shining like the sun.
Its success was, however, mainly confined to Europe. While it topped the charts in places like Belgium and the Netherlands, the track had minimal impact in the US, barely breaking into the top half of the Hot 100.
Feeling like a super trooper, beams are gonna blind me.
Number 3, Just a Little While, Janet Jackson.
Baby, I like it when it feels this good.
On February 2nd, 2004, Janet Jackson released Just a Little While, the lead single from her 8th studio album, Demita Joe. Despite high expectations from music critics, several factors hindered the song's potential. For one, just the day before, Jackson faced industry backlash due to her involvement in the 2004 Super Bowl halftime show controversy. This led to her being blacklisted and her music being banned from many radio stations and TV channels.
Can't stop thinking about the things we do, and how it feels making love to you.
To further complicate things, the song leaked prematurely, resulting in a rushed and confusing promotional campaign. Consequently, the track lived up to its title,
So love you for a little while.
spending just a little while on the Hot 100 after peaking at number 45. It fared much better internationally, reaching the top 20 in at least 10 countries.
Just love me for a little while.
Number 2, Ashes to Ashes, David Bowie.
Do you remember Agatha Speed? It's such an old song.
David Bowie certainly wasn't your typical artist. The English singer-songwriter was known for his boundary-pushing music that often left critics and fans polarized. This might explain why his 1980 single, Ashes to Ashes, failed to catch on with American audiences. Inspired by Bowie's own experiences with substance use disorder, the song marked a commercial resurgence for the singer, becoming his fastest-selling single in the UK.
But I'm hoping to kick back this light that is glowing.
It eventually rose to the #1 spot there and reached the top 10 in several European countries. In the US, however, listeners paid Ashes to Ashes dust.
Ashes to ashes, funk to funky. We know Major Tom's a junkie.
The song never made it onto the Billboard Hot 100, only reaching the #1 spot on the Bubbling Under chart.
To get things done, you better not mess with Major Tom.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Sound of the Underground, Girls Aloud, debuted at #1 in the UK but was absent from American charts. You Win Again, Bee Gees. The disco backlash in the 80s likely altered this song's trajectory in the US. Nothing Breaks Like a Heart, Mark Ronson featuring Miley Cyrus. In the US, this infectious collaboration fell short of its global chart-topping success.
This broken silence by thunder crashing in the dark, crash in the dark.
Flames, David Guetta and Sia. Near total absence in America for 2018's most played song on European radio.
Don't stop running, gotta send them up in flames.
I'm Out of Love, Anastasia. Despite reaching the top 5 in Europe, the US was out of love for this single.
I'm out of love, set me free, and let me out this misery.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. #1, The Best, Tina Turner.
I call you, I need you, my heart's on fire.
Turning someone else's song into a global hit is no ordinary feat, but Tina Turner was anything but ordinary. In 1989, the singer recorded a version of Bonnie Tyler's The Best, which became the lead single of her album For an Affair. Turner's version introduced fresh elements into the original, transforming it into a more infectious tune. As such, it caught on easily with listeners around the world, cracking the top 5 in at least 12 countries.
Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I could be in no better place.
But you know what they say, a prophet is not honored in their own hometown. Despite the international acclaim, Turner's version only achieved moderate success in her native US, with a peak of #15, a far cry from the best of her offerings.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
What other international hits do you think deserved the same level of success in the US? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
I don't wanna hear, I don't wanna know. Please don't say you're sorry.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.